down toward the mouth of the entry. This is a shot of the roof approximately 20 feet from the roof bolter. This particular scene shows the rosin that is used in sealing these roof bolts into the roof. This rosin was blown apparently from the results of the force blown back into this crevice, indicating again that there was a force of some type that was present in the face area for some reason or other. This is another scene of the roof, a roof bolt that is protruding from the roof. The material that you see on the plate of the roof bolt is also material that is used in installing these roof bolts, the rosin compound that is used. This again indicates that a force caused this material to be blown down this entry. We're approximately 60 to 70 feet away from the roof bolter at the time of this shot. It's a scene of the mine foreman at Scotia Mines taking an air reading, making sure that there are sufficient amount of ventilation up in this section while this investigation is being made. This is a location that was reported where 6 of the victims of the first explosion had barricaded themselves. Apparently this report was correct, as much as you see on the screen now, one rescuer. As we sweep on over to the right, you see the second rescuer, and then on over further still, the third rescuer. These men had barricaded themselves in hopes that they would be recovered, but unfortunately they were not, until after they were faced with death. For part of the material that was used in an effort to barricade themselves at this particular location, the nails, as we sweep on down, you will notice that there is curtain material that was used by the victims. We move back over to the number 4 entry, up number 4 entry toward the heading, back to the location of the low voltage distribution box. This box was shown earlier on this tape as it was found at the time of the investigation. At this time, the box has been set back up in the upright position, and you can see that it was hit with a lot of force that apparently came from the face area. These low voltage plugs are the receptacles that the equipment cables couples into in order that the machinery might have sufficient amount of voltage at the time of operation. As mentioned earlier in this tape, there are several people that are involved in this investigation. The Mine Enforcement Safety Administration, the Kentucky Department of Mines and Minerals, the Scotia Coal Company representatives, and the Scotia Coal Company employees. This particular scene is a scene of a test being made of the methane monitor that was installed on the continuous mining machine. This test is being conducted by the Mine Enforcement and Safety Administration. We're still at the location number 4 entry, just out by number 4 crosscut. This is a piece of a 55-gallon oil drum, the top rim that was blown into this roof bolt, causing this rim to be torn from this oil drum. The oil drum will be shown later on in this tape, which is approximately 60 to 70 feet out by this particular location. Roof located in number 4 crosscut between number 3 and number 4 entry. Directly in the center of the screen you will see the roof bolt head, and protruding down from the roof bolt head are set streamers, indicating that there was fire or a great force of some type causing these set streamers to be lodged on this roof bolt head. We're back at the location of the low voltage distribution box. A representative of the Kentucky Department of Mines and Minerals and a representative of the Mine Enforcement and Safety Administration are examining this box, determining as to whether or not there would be a possibility from this box of source of ignition. This is the barrel that was mentioned earlier in the tape. The rim of this barrel was up the number 4 entry as seen earlier, hanging from the roof, attached to a roof bolt. This is the end of the barrel that the rim was torn from. The barrel was blown down number 4 entry to this particular location shown here. We're back to the scoop, which is located in number 3 cross cut between number 3 and 4 entry. This is the bucket end of the scoop. As we sweep up the side of the scoop bucket, you will notice the material that is lodged against the scoop wheels, indicating that the force caused this material to be blown and embedded again this wheels of the scoop. Moving on up the side of the scoop, the loose material that was blown down is better shown here, indicating that the force did blow this material, indicating that the force did come from the head of the entry, working its way out to the mouth. This is a shot of the scoop. The canopy can be seen at this time that is required to be installed on the equipment for the protection of the operator. Our 3 mine cars that was reported to be at the end of the track at the time after the first explosion. On the investigation after the first explosion, it was reported that these mine cars were on the track. At this time, you will notice that they are found to be off the track, indicating that the force of the explosion did cause these cars to be blown from the track. We're back beyond number 4 entry, the location of the power center, which was shown earlier in this film presentation. We are repeating this scene in order that you might get a closer look at this power center and the condition of the power center. We stress this due to the fact that we feel like, in the opinion of the investigating teams represented by the Kentucky Department of Mines and Minerals, that the second explosion very possibly could have originated up in this panel. The covers are completely torn from this power center around this end and down both sides. The top cover is still intact. We've moved back to the opposite end of the power center to show you the high voltage plug where it connects on to the receptacle going into the power center. As you can see, this receptacle housing is also torn loose from the wall of the power center. Looking at the right-hand side, standing at the back end of this power center, you can see the parts that this power center contains, the transformers, the lightning arresters. Normally these would be protected by these covers, but as you can see, and as mentioned before, these covers were completely torn from this power center as a result of the explosion. Back down number 4 entry, approximately 50 feet to number 1 entry of the 2 Southeast Main. This is one of the side covers that was torn from the power center that you have just viewed on the TV screen. This is another one of the side covers, which is approximately 90 feet up the number 1 2 Southeast Main entry, which would be a total distance approximately 150 feet from the location of the power center from which it was blown. The third cover that you see now blown from the power center would be approximately 200 feet from the power center. This is a thermos bottle that was found approximately 800 feet from the face area, possibly one of the thermos bottles that would belong to one of the miners up in the face area at the time of the explosion. This is number 19 break in the 2 Southeast Main. The investigating party has reached this location in the mines and are now about to go up into the 2 Southeast Main to explore the remaining part of the mines, and this will be the investigation by the Kentucky Department of Mines and Minerals. This was a scoop that was seen on another tape. The scoop that was located between crosscut number 3, between number entry 3 and 4, second left over 2 Southeast Main. This is a representative of Mine Enforcement Safety Administration. His purpose is here tonight is to see that the investigation that is being made by the State Department of Mines and Minerals in no way will destroy any evidence prior to the investigation being made by Mine Enforcement and Safety Administration. This is the location of the final seal that was erected out by crosscut 29. Seals of this type were erected throughout this operation in order to establish a fresh air base that the men may stand by, and the men in by this seal, at all times in by this seal, were required to wear breathing apparatuses. This is a fall that is located number 29 crosscut, the 2 Southeast Main panel. This fall apparently came after the first explosion, even possibly after the second explosion. This is a piece of reddish curtain, the plastic type. It has evidence of being burned, and this is a result of the explosion. We're in the number 5 entry, 2 Southeast Mains at this location, out by crosscut number 30. We are back over in number 4 entry, in by the fall that was mentioned earlier. As you can see, this fall did have the passageway blocked, completely blocked, the number 4 entry going up the motor road. High voltage cable that extended up the number 4 entry 2 Southeast Main. This cable at this particular location here was apparently disconnected prior to the first explosion. The other end, leading on back down the entry, was taken into the second left off of the 2 Southeast Main in order that the power center may be energized and making power available up in the second left off the 2 Southeast Main panels. 2 battery locomotives that was being used at the time of the first explosion. This battery locomotive, along with the second locomotive in by, was connected to a load of rails. These rails were being transferred up into this 2 Southeast Main in order that the track might be extended. These locomotives are battery powered. Each locomotive has a total of 4 trays of batteries. Prior to this investigation, a team was sent into this area to explore this area, and at that time the batteries were disconnected.